Okay, so I have to make a game. Don't ask me why. I just have to make a game. But you see, I don't make games. I play games. I'm what you call a pro gamer. If you know, like.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Like, do you even watch my video, bro? But that does not mean I can't make games. Oh yes, sir. I've made games. Many successful and innovative games. Such as this Vube, very innovative name. Just the trailer of the game had so much reception. It was so successful. I got a whooping $2 from a very satisfied customer. My brother. Now, with such a strong background and history of making games, I have the determination and confidence to make this game. But first things first, I have to select what kind of game it was gonna be. If it was 2D, 3D, VR, what kind of game it was gonna be, the concept, PC or mobile, and you know, all that other stuff. But look, I have to be realistic with myself. I can't, making a 3D game will take way longer than making a 2D game, so I just have to go with the 2D game. And since it's 2D, I just thought, why not try something like a puzzle kind of game. After several seconds of intense research and creative thinking, I just decided to yoink a game idea from this game called Thomas Was Alone, because it's kind of underrated and unknown game. You know, nobody would notice if I just yeah, boy. At least that's what I thought, but apparently some random YouTuber played it, I don't even know who it is, and made it a little famous, I guess. Well, I'm going with it anyway. So now, with everything in mind, I opened up a new 2D Unity project and slapped a thick square and some environment in the scene. Added some physics, and now we have this. I have to figure out how the physics and how the game would feel and look, so made some simple movement with some coding. And since I decided on a mobile game, I added some touch controls and some lighting in the scene, which definitely did not take me 2 days and was very simple and easy to figure out. My Unity version did not support 2D lighting, so I changed the Unity version of my project, changed the render pipeline, upgraded the project materials to universal IRP. Shit went pink because few materials did not upgrade and I had to do it manually, and it was just a whole lot of ass. Then I played around with the particle system, trying to add trail when the player moves, but then decided I'll do it later. Added animation for the player, made a few scene transitions with some more animation, did some more coding, and tied it all up together, and it turned out like this. Just a simple scene with basic movement and an end goal. It works, feels good, and I'm happy with it. So with this done, I was like, now I have to make levels. And I haven't made any levels yet. I winged the first and the second levels of the game with no planning or proper design in place, and that did not seem to go well because the level just looked kinda shit. It just didn't look impressive, it was just bland and simple. But on each level I wanted to introduce a new mechanic or system. You see, right now the player can jump only a single tile, he can't jump 2 tiles. This really limits the puzzle part of the game, so I wanted to add a box which the player can move around and help him jump 2 tiles. Simple enough, I added a box, gave it some physics, and with that, the second level was done. After realizing how bad and improper the level design was, I decided to do the one thing I fear the most: planning. So I picked up a pen and paper to scribble some ideas and a few other mechanics and quirks. And I have to be honest, this is actually so much better than just winging it. Now I have a proper plan and design for a few levels at least. But I should also say, level design, it is one of the most time consuming and difficult process. The third level, I wanted to add blocks that would block you from progressing in the game, which can be removed by pressing buttons. But sometimes maybe you don't need to press them. Now that's some good thinking. And just this small piece of code here suffices the requirements. Next, I wanted to add camera rotations, which I thought would be pretty simple. Just gotta change the rotation of the camera as the player moves. Quaternion, Euler angle. I swear to God, most people that code don't get what quaternion is. Is it a spell? Quaternion. So I created an empty game object, slapped some code which takes care of all the camera rotations. The levels are still simple, but it's at least starting to look a little interesting. And as I kept increasing the levels, I combined all the mechanics and made a pretty cool level. Also added a new mechanic where the gravity inverts when the player enters that particular area. But yeah, the player was still jumping upwards, which is not ideal. So I fixed that with some more code, and the camera was looking kinda bad, so I fixed that with some more code. So now the camera will adjust to the gravity. Now look, there's still a lot to work on, and this is way too far from over, and there's so much more to come. Hopefully this project won't die out like my other highly successful projects, and I'll actually be able to put it out as a product on the Play Store. With that said, thank you for watching, see y'all in the next video, and you know what they say, drink some water or your pee-pee will get shorter.